ENTJ fight style in relationships. The fight style of an ENTJ in relationships typically reflects their personality traits and approach to conflict. Here are some common characteristics of how ENTJs may handle disagreements or conflicts with their partners. Number one, direct communication. ENTJs are known for their straightforwardness. In a conflict, they tend to express their thoughts and feelings clearly and directly, often preferring to get straight to the point. 2. Problem-solving focus. Rather than dwelling on emotions, ENTJs often approach conflicts with a problem-solving mindset. They seek to understand the issue and find practical solutions, prioritizing resolution over emotional discussions. 3. Logical analysis. ENTJs tend to analyze a situation logically. They may assess the facts, weigh pros and cons, and present rational arguments to support their viewpoint during a disagreement. 4. Assertiveness. Being assertive is a hallmark of the ENTJ personality. They are likely to stand their ground and express their opinions confidently, which can sometimes come across as confrontational. 5. Goal-oriented. ENTJs often view conflicts as obstacles to be overcome. They may focus on achieving a specific outcome or goal rather than simply venting frustration or engaging in emotional exchanges. 6. Expectations of competence. ENTJs value competence and may expect their partners to address conflicts with a similar level of decisiveness and rationality. They might become frustrated if they perceive their partner as being overly emotional or not taking the situation seriously. 7. Tendency to dominate. In heated arguments, ENTJs might inadvertently dominate the conversation, pushing their agenda and ideas without fully considering their partner's perspective. 8. Desire for respect. ENTJs typically want their opinions and feelings to be respected. They may react strongly if they feel disrespected or if their partner dismisses their viewpoints. 9. Willingness to compromise. While they can be strong-willed, ENTJs are also capable of compromise when they see the value in it. They may be open to discussing alternative solutions if they believe it will lead to a better outcome for both parties. 10. Post-conflict reflection. After a disagreement, ENTJs often reflect on the situation and may seek to address any unresolved issues. They might initiate follow-up discussions to ensure clarity and understanding. 11. Emotional detachment. In conflicts, ENTJs may come across as emotionally detached. They might prioritize resolving the issue over discussing feelings, which can sometimes lead to their partner feeling unheard. 12. Growth mindset. They often view conflicts as opportunities for growth and improvement, both personally and in the relationship. They may encourage their partner to learn from the situation as well. So, ENTJs are often seen as skilled debaters and strategists when it comes to arguments. Their natural confidence and assertiveness, combined with their logical reasoning, can make them quite effective in discussions. Here's how they typically fight or win in an argument while maintaining a smooth, glib approach. Preparation and knowledge. ENTJs often come into arguments well prepared. They research and gather information on the topic at hand, equipping themselves with facts, statistics, and examples that bolster their position. This knowledge allows them to speak confidently and convincingly. Clear articulation. ENTJs excel at articulating their thoughts clearly and concisely. They can present their arguments in a structured manner, making it easy for others to follow their reasoning. This clarity can make their points more persuasive. Logical reasoning. Their reliance on logic allows ENTJs to dissect an argument systematically. They can identify weaknesses in opposing viewpoints and counter them with rational explanations, often using deductive reasoning to strengthen their case. Confident delivery. ENTJs often possess a commanding presence that can influence the dynamics of an argument. Their confident tone, body language, and eye contact can convey authority, making their arguments seem more compelling. Persuasive language. They tend to use persuasive language and rhetorical techniques such as analogies and metaphors to make their points more relatable and impactful. This glibness can help to engage their audience and sway opinions. Staying calm under pressure. ENTJs usually remain composed during arguments, even when emotions run high. Their ability to maintain emotional detachment allows them to focus on the facts rather than getting caught up in personal feelings, which can be disarming to their opponents. Strategic questions. They often employ strategic questioning to lead their opponent to reconsider their stance. By asking thought provoking questions, ENTJs can guide the conversation in a way that highlights the flaws in the other person's argument. Adapting tactics. ENTJs are adept at reading the room and adapting their tactics based on the responses of others. If they sense that a particular argument isn't landing well, they can pivot and present their points in a different way. Utilizing humor or charm. When appropriate, ENTJs may use humor or charm to diffuse tensions and create a more amicable environment. Their approach can make them seem more relatable and can help keep the conversation productive rather than confrontational. Ending on a strong note. ENTJs often aim to conclude arguments decisively. They may summarize their key points, reiterate their main arguments, and leave their opponent with a strong statement or question that lingers, reinforcing their perspective. Follow up for resolution. After the argument, ENTJs may seek to follow up and ensure that any unresolved issues are addressed. This willingness to engage further demonstrates their commitment to clarity and resolution rather than simply winning the argument. ENTJs can be smooth and effective in arguments due to their combination of preparation, logical reasoning, competent delivery, and adaptability. Their ability to engage others while maintaining a firm stance makes them formidable opponents in any discussion. Overall, while ENTJs can be assertive and direct in their approach to conflict, their underlying goal is often to achieve a resolution and strengthen the relationship. Understanding their fight style can help their partners navigate disagreements more effectively. All right, so you've heard the arguments, you've heard the way that they fight, you've heard the way that they can be confrontational, these amazing ENTJs. So now that you know their secrets, now you know how to fight them and win. Just kidding. These people are formidable opponents. They are tough. And even though people think of ENTPs as the great debaters, I think these people can fight too. Like, they can debate as well. So there's a local weatherman that we have, and he is so popular. Oh my gosh, his numbers on Twitter are outrageous. And he's an ENTJ, and he will fight you on Twitter. And he is such a professional. He's so good at what he does. He's so smart, so polished, but he also has a ton of personality. But if you come for him on Twitter, he's going to put you on blast. He is going to put you on blast to all his followers, and he's going to confront you and give you a beat down. And it's kind of shocking because it kind of goes against his whole persona. Even though he's friendly and he can be funny and he has a big personality and he's super good at what he does, you would never think, because what do people in professions like that normally do? Ignore, ignore, ignore. Not him. If you come for him and tell him you ruined my soccer game because you said it was going to rain and it didn't, so we canceled everything. Or you try to get smart with him and because he's been called a narcissist, which he is not. But you come for him and prepare for battle because he's going to come back swinging. And so now I notice there aren't so many people coming for him because they've learned he will fight you back. So I've always thought the NT temperament was a really tough one. There's an ENTJ that I know that I'm not going to talk much about, but he often says, I don't argue when I'm in romantic relationships, but I think he definitely takes punches. Like, I don't know if they can help it when he's trying to prove a point or win something or win the battle or whatever. He will still be confrontational in sort of a sneaky way. So I think me as an ENFJ, I think we would fight. That's just what I think. But it depends on the situation. Because like if it's a professional situation or a work situation or friends, then I won't. But if we're in a romantic relationship and somebody comes at me with, like trying to fight or whatever, then I'm probably gonna get smart back. I'm gonna be comfortable with that. So we just explored some of the ways that an ENTJ likes to make their point. So if you decide to take an ENTJ on, you better be ready. But I think as far as relationships go, they can really quiet that energy way down. Shockingly, unless they are just totally immature, they can bring that energy down to like be very loving. At least the guys can be very respectful, very kind, probably let you win some arguments against them. It's something about that female energy coming at them that quiets down some of that robustness. So, yeah, they probably aren't going to come at you with boxing gloves. Yeah, that meteorologist probably doesn't box his wife the same way that he does on Twitter. I can almost 100% guarantee you that he's not. So that female energy, it quiets it down because they're usually very confident. It's kind of like the guy who beats up a girl when men have so much more upper body strength. I mean, women can be flailing and going all, fighting all, swinging, and you know how women fight. But a guy could restrain her. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like ENTJs, they know their power. So when it comes to somebody that they're in love with or that they're intrigued by, their fight style is going to be it's not going to be so dominating like I got on the boxing gloves and I'm going for the jugular. I'm going upside your head, but they could still be strategic and forceful and strong and dominating when it comes to making certain points. Only thing I will say is when they argue with their mate, I do want them to make sure that they are open to listening to her point of view and at least taking it in, because they're not feelers. So their approach might be, hey, I know what I'm doing. This is what we're doing. But recognize if you're in the wrong, if you are just as wrong as she is, and be willing to admit that. Be willing to humble yourself if need be. That's all. That's all I'm saying. So you let me know. Have you guys ever had a fight with an ENTJ or witnessed one? And how are they in romantic relationships? Will they fight you? Will the woman fight you if she's an ENTJ female? That changes the dynamics. She might come swinging at that dude. I don't know. Not like fist fighting, but just like no holds bar. The energy just, it shifts when, it's a male versus female. So let me know what you guys think. And if you love ENTJs, guess what? I got a whole playlist on these people. Yeah, so you can know them backwards and forwards from an intuitive perspective. So check it out. My phone is ringing. Bye. So, hey, beautiful people. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments and what topics you want me to explore next. Your feedback means so much to me. Let's keep this adventure going. Don't break up with me. Be sure to subscribe and like the video. Check out my books on Amazon for insights on enhancing your love life, navigating narcissistic personalities, and exploring the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types. Links are in the description. You're amazing, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.